Chad Kresser, and this is Soda Time TV, and today we have the privilege of being with Jeremy Adams from Melmay Studios in Bellevue, and they create monster masks and masks from your childhood that you'll know what I'm talking about here in a second. They're based on Ben Cooper designs. A lot of them are a throwback to that, inspired by that, and if you don't know Ben Cooper, you will when we start showing them here. He's brought some with us to take a look at. And we always start out Soda Time with a pop, and because we're doing monster masks, it's sort of Halloween, we probably all have had a Cherokee Red at a Halloween at some time in our past. So we're gonna crack one of these babies open and see if they taste as good as we remember. Did you have a Cherokee Red growing up?
Yeah, I have. But it's been a long time though.
And I have not had one of these in the cans yet since I've been having them in the shop. Normally we do glass bottle.
Pretty good.
It's good, yeah. Cherokee Red brings back your childhood, it's just like you remember. That's good stuff. So Jeremy, you're in Bellevue. Did you grow up in Bellevue?
No, I'm from St. Louis.
Oh, really?
Yep. Ended up coming by way of marriage to Republic, Tiffin, Bellevue area, and now I'm in Bellevue.
Okay, so let's just start off so people know what we're talking about here. These masks that you guys produce, and you make them over there in Bellevue, and people are going to, like I said, they're going to remember these when they see them.
So basically, the Ben Cooper mask has been around. I think they started out, I know that Collegeville started out as a flag company, and then they went into costumes, and that was Ben Cooper's like largest, what do you call it?
Product line.
Yeah,
that really took off for him.
Yep, and then Ben Cooper started with cloth masks or cloth costumes, and did the plastic kind of cheap plastic, very thin mask. We just kind of tried to upgrade that. And yeah.
This one kind of Creature of the Black Lagoon here?
Kind of, yeah.
What else you got there?
You can call it whatever you want.
And these have this string right here is a little more solid, I think, than the ones we had as a kid.
I almost brought one so I could really show you the difference, but
yeah, this is not crumbly. I don't.
No, you're at about a 16th inch. So.
But those old school masks, yeah, they were good for like one Halloween.
If you were lucky.
Yeah, right.
Rubber bands always broke about halfway through. So
yeah.
This is kind of our Bride of Frankenstein here.
Okay. Another classic.
Yep. We've got the classic clown that then inspired. You ever seen the movie Halloween?
Who hasn't?
Well, there you go. That was the clown that they wore in Halloween that Michael Myers started off with
when he was a little kid. At the opening scene.
Yep, at the opening scene.
Okay.
So we did this one.
And these ones you're showing me now are all available.
Yes, yeah, they're all available. I think they're all up on the website. They're all up on Instagram. So everything that you see here is available right now.
And we'll get to that towards the end. We'll put the website up there so people can see and everything.
Okay. This one we just did kind of a classic cat mask. We did for a convention out in California. This was kind of their logo. So my wife sculpted it, hand sculpted it, and then we had it printed. And this is kind of just kind of a kitschy.
And I remember
Ben Cooper style.
They had a black cat, didn't they?
Yeah, they had one with there was one with like a witch's hat, and one that kind of looked like Felix.
Yeah.
So, and then this is kind of our homage to Skeletor there. This is
He-Man.
Yep, He-Man, Masters of the Universe. So, and then this is just, kind of just a random skull with a cloak. So. But hopefully people recognize it without recognizing it. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
Yep, exactly. So we don't want them to recognize it too much. Here, set those back over there. Right. And then let me ask you, Malmay Studio.
Malmay, yeah.
What's that name? Where'd that come from?
My wife's name's Mally.
All right.
My name's Jeremy. First half of her name, second half of we always called it our. We always called it like our celebrity name. Like.
Ben Fleck or
whatever that was.
Yeah. There you go.
Brangelina, stuff like that. So that's kind of how that started.
All right. What's the process of creating these? Like, who comes up with the idea, and then what happens when you have an idea?
A lot of the ideas exist. It's just trying to take something old and making it new again.
Okay.
Like a lot of the ones you saw are inspired by what's been out there for
the old school Universal monsters, right?
So either we will 3D print them. So I'll go in, I'll design them, we'll 3D print them, or my wife will hand sculpt them.
So you actually, the 3D printer actually prints it in the shape of the mask.
Yeah, and then we do a mold.
Okay.
Make a mold, and then we'll vacuum form over the mold.
And you have all that equipment?
We have all that equipment, yep.
Not sending that out to China?
Nope.
All right.
Well, trying not to.
That's good, yeah. So how many people are involved? Is it just you and your wife?
Yep, there's two of us, and then we have a kid that usually comes and helps us during hockey season, because we also do hockey masks for the ECHL.
When's hockey's NHL hockey season?
It's same season, but this is the lower level leagues.
We have lower level hockey leagues around
Yeah,
here?
we do. We have Toledo Walleye. We
Okay,
have
all right.
Lake Erie Monsters.
All right. I was thinking more around here like high school hockey.
No, it's more for like the farm teams for the NHL.
Gotcha. All right. So a lot of kids growing up, maybe they want to be a doctor or astronaut or something. Did you want to be a mask maker?
I wanted to be an artist.
So this is an art. This is an artistic outlet.
In a world where you go to college and you don't, work at what you went to college for, you make masks, I guess.
Yeah, good, awesome. So you do do you do the drawing of it?
I do for the 3D design ones that are 3D printed, I do the, like the CAD for that.
Okay.
But there's really never any drawing that.
Per se.
Right. It just kind of either, like the cat existed as a logo, so we made it to fit that logo.
Gotcha.
Some of the other ones have existed as real masks, so we tried to do close to what they did, but we upscaled them to make sure they would fit an adult. Because
yeah, those other ones.
Let's be honest.
Remember, those things were so small.
Oh yeah, you'd be lucky to get like half
Right.
your face.
And these are large enough.
And let's be honest, who's gonna buy them? Is it gonna be the kids like it was when we were buying them, or is it actually gonna be the adults that say, "Oh, I remember that,"
Which is probably the number one thing people say when they come through here is
Right, nostalgia goes a long way.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And kids will think they're cool, but you're right. I don't know that they'll be wearing those on Halloween now. We used to wear. I mean, that's all we had growing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was your Halloween costume.
Yep.
Was a new Ben Cooper.
Yep.
And
So it was like $3.
I don't know how much.
And it was
they were,
expensive back
But
then.
yeah, that was probably my mom was probably ticked off having to spend that much for Halloween.
Yep.
So what's next for Malmay Studios?
We're just gonna keep plugging away with the masks. We're gonna do some shows coming up here, and hopefully it catches on.
There's shows?
There's shows. There's conventions. There's
Like horror conventions, movie conventions?
horror conventions, comic book conventions.
Oh, so just that whole
genre,
subgenre.
yeah. Yep.
Go to those and hang out and have a good
Absolutely.
time. Sure. How long have you been doing this?
Mallie and I have been doing it for 10 years, and I've
Really?
been doing it for 5 years prior to that, so about 15 years.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
All in the Bellevue area?
Bellevue, Tiffin area, yeah.
Oh wow. So it's kind of catching on now, though. Do you think?
I think that we've changed the business as we've gone along. We started out doing, do you know what cosplay is?
Sure.
All right. We started out doing cosplay, masks, costumes. Then with, as the internet and as 3D printing got bigger and bigger, people have more resources to be able to do those things themselves. So so we had to change. And Halloween's coming back. It seems like vintage Halloween is really coming back. So I feel like this is a good product to kind of run with for now. And like I said, then we also have the hockey masks. So
you see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens, exactly.
All right, so let me ask you this. It's kind of an off-the-wall question, but we're dealing with Halloween and ghosts and tomfoolery. Have you, growing up, did you ever, or any time in your life growing up or adult, did you ever have sort of a weird paranormal experience? Anything that would qualify as that?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if Soda TV land out there is going to believe it, but my father lives across the street from a haunted hotel, which housed the first female serial killer in St. Louis, Missouri. They're about 30 minutes west of the city. And
so the serial killer in St. Louis lived in the hotel.
Lived in the hotel, yeah. It used to be a brothel.
Female.
Yes. First known.
So what would this have been, in the 50s, 60s?
No, like
or when he was growing
probably
up?
20s, 30s.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, I'll just give you a quick hotel. So the hotel used to be a brothel. It used to be a speakeasy. It used to be at one point it was a halfway house. At one point it was a food bank. It's just had a really long history. It was like a small fort for
way back.
Yeah, way back for Civil War. and it also was part of the Underground Railroad.
Wow.
So it's been a little bit of everything.
So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that have died. The gentleman that's redoing it now had removed walls and pulled out one of the original ledgers for the hotel, and in this ledger, he's got like Jesse James signed this ledger.
Wow.
Yeah, Al Capone.
Really?
Yes. Anybody that would have gone from Kansas City to Chicago or to St. Louis
basically stopped
by there, and it's right by the river, so it was used as recreational. They brought in Clark Gable was there. One of my dad's favorite stories to tell about somebody that told him about that. But anyway, back to the serial killer.
Okay, back to the serial killer.
Since we're on paranormal, so what she used to do.
Yeah, we might have to have the St. Louis Hotel a separate episode to go through those memoirs.
It's really cool. So what she used to do is, on weary passerbys, they didn't pay for like hotels the way we do now. You know,
right.
They paid at the end of the week when they got paid. So what she would do is, once these people got paid, she would take their money, she would put an hatchet in their head, she would drag them across the property, across the street, which now happens to be my dad's property, and dump them in the river. And hundreds of people come up missing. Now, some of them were, not all of them are said to be.
Right.
I think she's accounted for. They think like 19 people.
No kidding.
Yeah, and children. Anything that came along.
Women are wacky like that.
So, back to paranormal. Yes, they are. Back to paranormal. When I was a kid, when we first moved there, you used to be able to see a lantern that would walk the halls.
Oh, okay.
So you'd see it, this room, this room, this room, this room. And then...
so you saw this?
Yes, the lantern, yeah. So then there's a gentleman that purchased it, and he's now doing... it's been on Ghost Hunters.
Oh, yeah?
It's been on Ghost Hunters, and the gentleman that purchased it is doing a bed and breakfast. So, haunted bed and breakfast, right?
That'll be a huge attraction.
So, as they're doing this, they're still allowing people to come to the hotel, do their ghost tours, and do everything else that they're doing. So I decided to take my kids through it as well. I had seen what I had seen years ago, and
gotta say, hey.
I mean, you don't know if you really saw what or if it was just lights from the, So I don't know. I can't explain it. But when we were in there, my daughter felt somebody touch her on the shoulder. So
and it was obviously none of you.
Right. It was none of us. Right.
Wow.
So yeah, and that's
freaky.
I guess, yeah.
Alright, we are going to play a little trivia.
Alright.
Halloween-based trivia, alright? So, we'll see how you do on this. The first Ben Cooper design based on a rated R character.
Oh, it was Alien.
Wow, you're good. What year was that?
It was 70... Was it 75?
Alien's not that old.
Well, Alien was 78, right? It definitely...
I think Alien was 78. The Mask, according to Wikipedia, which, that's basically gospel, was 79. But it was the first rated R character.
Ah, well, I got half of it right in there.
Well, I think the date was bonus. Is a pumpkin a fruit or vegetable?
Ooh, I'm going to say it's a vegetable.
Fruit.
It's a fruit.
Okay. I think it might have something to do with the seed.
Well, I kind of like potato, gourd, but yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know what the definition is. All right, who was the first actor to play the Wolfman on the big screen?
It was Lon Chaney Jr.
Not Junior.
Senior.
I think it was. They just had Lon Chaney, and
really?
It was two different. I mean, they are.
They are two different people. Yeah,
played definitely. In the different horror movies, right?
I think. Or we might have to Google that.
We might have to Google that. Leave that in the comments. Tell us what you find out.
Let me know if I'm wrong, because I really do. That one came back at me.
All right. According to superstition, a child born on Halloween has what ability?
Oh, I don't know this one. How about the ability to talk to the dead?
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
That makes sense, yeah.
See and talk to spirits. So yes, Haley Joel Osment, that's where you came from. What is the name of the killer in John Carpenter's classic Halloween?
Michael Myers.
Yes. And for bonus, what year did that come out?
That was definitely 78.
Correct. As usual. All right. This is going to be easy for you too. What is the name of the killer clown in Stephen King's It?
Oh, it's Pennywise.
Yes, Pennywise the clown. Awesome. Good job, Jeremy. Oh, and Jeremy was good enough to, he's going to leave these by the shop. so you can stop by and they can buy them, right?
Absolutely.
And these ones are based on your favorite breakfast cereal, sort of. You can guess who that is. Lucky Charms. Does he have a name?
He does.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky guy. We got Blueberry here. That was good stuff growing up. And these are all just the solid masks there. They got the tag and everything, so these are official for sale. A little more obscure. What was this guy? Fruity Mummy?
Yummy Mummy.
Yummy Mummy.
Yummy Mummy.
We have fruit there.
We do. Yep. He's down there.
I don't know if I've ever had Yummy Mummy.
Yummy Mummy was kind of like Fruity Pebbles, except weird.
Except weird. You remember Freakies? That cereal? Oh, how old are you?
I am 43.
That might have been before your time. Frankenberry.
Frankenberry.
That was good stuff. Here we go. Here's Fruit Brute. Or is that all one piece?
No,
there's two of them. There's Fruit Brute. That one again was a little more rare. You didn't always get those. Weren't always.
And they don't always bring those back like they do the Count Chocula.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't have Count
Chocula is missing. Somebody purchased him already.
All right. He might have been the best one.
Somebody purchased him off the street.
For cereal.
Yeah, I think so.
And this is just a variation of.
That's a variation. Can you guess who that is? Think about your cereals, but you have to almost think like, I would think newer. You know what? Maybe we should just leave that one to the comments.
All right, let's leave that to the comments. Yeah. Well,
who is that?
Yeah.
Or who could that be? I guess.
It sort of seems like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I'm not sure. I can't.
As soon as we turn the camera off, I'll tell you.
All right, thank you. You'll be nagging at me. So yeah, leave in the comments what was your favorite Ben Cooper mask, and we had two questions there. What was the other one? When was Alien?
Yeah, Alien.
And who's this guy? So we got all kinds of stuff for you to discuss. Like and share, and thanks for playing along. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yep.
Oh wait, Jeremy wants. What's your website? And
if you just search Malmay Mask, MALMEY masks on all the social media, you'll be able to find us.
All right, awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I appreciated it.